Okay, so here we have the 6 kilowatts Fuber global outboard together with an 11 kilowatt hour battery. So this is a lithium iron phosphate battery, 6 kilowatts together with an 11 kilowatt hour battery means 2 hours full throttle, but we see most users can do a whole day with this setup, so more than 6 hours actually. We also have the charger here, which is a 3 kilowatt charger. That's quite powerful, but it also means we can charge this battery in 4 hours with this charger. We also have lighter chargers, of course. So the outboard itself is built up with a tiller here. We also have the remote throttle option, which looks like this. Actually, it's the same outboard, but we disconnect the tiller and we connect this throttle with this cable. And then you can use, of course, a longer cable to bring it to your steering console. Then in the head of the outboard, we have the main contactor and also an isolation board, because this outboard is running on 150 volts, which is quite high for a 6 kilowatt outboard, but it also has the advantage of low current, of course. High voltage means low current, so 6 kilowatts only means 40 amps, so we can use quite small cables. And we just see in electric propulsion, most manufacturers are jumping to these higher voltages because it's more natural for a high torque motor just to use these high voltages. So in the shaft we don't have any transmission, so also no problems with transmission. And then below, so only DC cables, and below we have the brushless DC motor itself. This one is under the water, so of course it's water cooled because of that. So also no cooling issues, and a big propeller here for a big torque kind of propeller that only an electric motor can provide sufficient power for. This is the battery. We have two connectors, two connections for the outboard. We have two connections for the charger, and we have two communication connections that are in use. This one is to bring the battery to the steering console and put it on and off, but now we just use this to put it on. And then we have the charger communication here, which gives an allow to charge to the charger, so there's communication between battery and charger. We see that in most high voltage systems. Now the outboard is on. We can use the directional throttle. Directional means you can use the same throttle, just the throttle, no buttons, no switches, to put it in forward and reverse. So first we put this key in the key holder, which is magnetic. Then we put it in forward, and the propeller starts to spin. And now we go back to reverse, just like this. Okay. Here we also have a display. Here you can see the speeds with the built-in GPS. We see the power, and we see battery voltage and hours run time. So the outboard can be trimmed and tilted like a normal outboard. So it works like this. Total assembly only weighs 30 kilograms, which is not much for a 6 kilowatt outboard. And the battery for 11 kilowatts hours, that would be about 80 kilograms.